The brave new world of remote-controlled cars is now technically possible using wireless technology set to be commonplace early next decade. Spanish telecoms giant Telefonica joined forces with Swedish network gear maker Ericsson to showcase how a car would be remotely controlled around obstacles on a test track located 70 kilometers away in Tarragona using wireless networks. The driver of the vehicle took the wheel from the floor of Fira Conference Center in Barcelona on the first day of the Mobile World Congress, Europe's biggest annual tech fair.
This is the first experience that we are conducting here on 5G, which is a bit different to the normal mobile broadband type of applications. This is meant for remote driving of an electric vehicle, which is located 70 kilometers away from this Fira. It's like a closed speed circuit, and it's a real electric vehicle which is controlled by here, and all the seat, the wheels and the accelerometers and so on are connected through a 5G trial network that is being deployed by Telefonica between here and the velocity circuit. Okay, so this is the first example of a critical application showing how 5G can control machines very far away from the real, where the real user is.
The remote test drive relied on the latest cloud-based mobile networks, capable of the quick response times and high data rates to make split-second driving decisions from afar. Ericsson and Telefonica worked in partnership with KTH, Sweden's Royal Institute of Technology, and vehicle safety testing company Itiada to organize the demonstration. Loka added that using the state-of-the-art wireless networks to remotely control vehicles at a distance has many possible applications, ranging from electric fleets, traversing university campuses, and even eventually for wide-scale public transport.
There are a lot of applications here that we can think, for example, of campuses where electric vehicles are being around, for example, for carrying people or moving goods from one place to another, or even for metro transportation, like a very closed and predictable circuits where, for example, the driver may not be willing to be driving the vehicle, but being instead in an off-site location driving the things. I think this is one of the best experiences of how 5G can change this type of application.
But he cautioned that for the near term, such applications would require traveling only within closed circuits, predictable routes, and in situations where it's otherwise impractical for the driver to be seated behind the wheel of the vehicle itself. The event was intended to highlight the possibilities of 5G or fifth-generation networks, which are expected to become mainstream around the world in the years after 2020. Nonetheless, in a statement, Telefonica was careful to downplay the need for new wireless investments, saying that current so-called 4.5G networks could handle most of these demands. Will an intelligent robot ever be blamed for committing a crime? That's the question being asked by the European Parliament as it looks to better regulate Europe's robotics industry. In a report by the Mady Delavorx, a member of Parliament looks at robotics-related issues such as liability, safety and changes in the labour market. Programmers at Zorobots in Belgium teach their robots to operate as receptionists and career companions, among other things. But what can we do to prevent robots like Pepper being so smart through artificial intelligence from committing a crime?
Using software for robots, and this is more key because we make the robots do things, so we must be really careful what the robots can and cannot do.
The European Parliament wants a clear set of EU laws to decide who's to blame if a robot is used to committing a crime or commits one accidentally, either the manufacturer, the operator, or even perhaps the robot itself. Its proposals aren't only looking into humanoid robots like Zoro here. There's also medical robots, drones, driverless cars, robots for industrial purposes, and as the technology expands, new uses are springing up all the time. Lawmakers also have concerns about the amount of data robots will have access to, and with many more robots set to enter people's homes, they're worried the machines could be used to spy on people. There are also fears about job losses as robots take over positions from people.
this has to be transparent and clear to the customer, because otherwise these robots will never, there will be no trust, and trust is what we need.
This proposal is just the first step in putting together European legislation, which could include a rule to ensure all robots have a kill switch to shut them off if something goes wrong.